Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Greg, your co-host of the Grilling to Get Away podcast. I'm here with my buddy.
What's happening, everyone? This is Ben.
You're welcome, Ben.
You're welcome.
No, you're welcome.
Here we go.
Happy Veterans Day.
Happy Veterans Day.
We're recording this on Veterans Day,
Yep.
so you're welcome for our service.
Here we go. Yeah. Man.
If you're listening to this, I hope this is coming out on Thursday, so I hope you took advantage of all the free meals, the free oil changes.
Only reason I signed up.
Yeah, got your hair cut multiple times by all the free, that kind of stuff. So Reebok's got like a 50% off. Samsung, go out there. Hopefully got all those deals. It was well worth it.
Yeah.
That's why we signed up for this.
Going to Applebee's.
Yeah, Applebee's,
My dinner and
Denny's, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh.
You get 10 free wings, I think. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a short episode today.
Yeah, it is. Thanks for taking time out of your day.
Yeah.
I know you already mapped it out, like all the local places, what time they open.
Well, no, I find out about all these other ones, too. So
Now you got to fit them in.
Yep.
But yeah, so recording this on Veterans Day. Appreciate all of you veterans out there listening. Thank you for your service. And yeah, that was all I had.
That's all, yeah.
Yep.
Short-lived.
That was it.
Okay.
Talk to you next week.
Yeah.
No, man. So I found out, got the confirmation we're going to be hosting Thanksgiving here.
Ooh.
So now my mind's going like, okay,
Better go back and listen to these
yeah, I got
episodes.
it. now it's real. Now it's going to be game time.
Uh-oh.
And
What time should I be?
that's what I was going to say. Hey, it's going to be like an open house. So we're going to be cooking all day, a lot of food. Come on over. Bring the family.
Yeah.
Bring a dish.
Oh, well, you lost me there.
Yeah,
You know.
there we go.
Here for the free stuff.
Yeah,
right?
bring some chips and dip.
Yeah. Bring the green bean casserole.
Yeah, there you go.
All the mixins
the
for
smoked,
it.
yeah. And
I'll
then,
let you
let me cook it, yeah.
Here's the stuff for it.
Yeah. But
Sorry,
yeah.
I ate all the onion strings.
I know, yes. So I've been like just kind of going through my mind. Okay, let's start creating the menu. Let's start, getting some ideas, even more ideas than what we've been talking
You
about.
gonna do a turducken?
No, man, I'm not going to do that.
You ninny.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. No, turkey, ham. That's the
You're
big.
doing ham,
I'm going
too?
to do a little ham. Yeah,
Woo.
a little bit of ham.
Yeah, well,
Man, it's going to be a great day.
money bags, huh?
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Did you get your turkey yet?
Not yet, man. I've been looking. I saw
uh-oh.
Danny's Meats down the road. They're advertising for their fresh turkeys. Call them now. Get your orders in.
Okay.
But I want to talk to you about this too, Ben. Like I saw, it's going around the interwebs. Aldi has got like a meal planner out there for like a $47 Thanksgiving meal for like a family of 5.
Interesting.
That includes like the turkey, the sides, desserts. You can get all that stuff for like $47 at Aldi.
I believe it, man. I picked up a turkey from there the other day.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
They were having a deal.
They had a deal. It's like $1.07 a pound or something like
Really?
that. So yeah, I looked up the average price of a turkey, Greg, in America in 2024. What do you think it was per pound?
Per pound? Like
Sure,
just
for 15-pound bird.
15-pound bird?
Yeah,
Oh, man. So
it was.
so let's do some quick math. So you probably paid what, $12, $13, I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'd double that. So it's a 26, 30.
Yeah, so it was like it was about spot on. So I think it was like 208. 208 a
yeah.
pound was the average.
Yeah.
So I was.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
Do you stock up?
I just got one.
Did they get
Just-
a bunch of? Did they have a bunch of them there still?
They had a bunch, yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have to stop by and take a look.
Yeah, so I just grabbed one real quick. Like I said, I thought it was a great deal. I was like, all right, that's
Yeah.
not too bad. So
Imagine what those prices are going to be after Thanksgiving.
I know 56 cents a pound. I hope.
Oh man, save a bird for next year.
Oof. That's genius, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Then that's gonna be when you don't host.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
That's
that's all right
okay.
though. But no, man, I believe it. Like I checked out the stuff, like kind of what they had. They had stuffing options there that were on sale and cheap. They had gravy. They had all the desserts and stuff too.
All right. So I just looked it up here, buddy. So it says it's a Thanksgiving feast for 10.
Ooh, okay.
Only $47. So a lot of the stuff you have to put together still, but that's okay. So, they got like carrots, celery, onions, some Hawaiian rolls, some gravy mix, sweet potatoes, French fried onions for that.
See?
Some mac and cheese, whipped cream, potatoes, and then like the herbs and stuff, broth. Let's see. Oh, the turkey. Oh, there it is. Turkey, butterball turkey. Estimated $20 for a 16 to 22 pound frozen turkey. Yeah, that's $1.07 a pound.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Man, that's a good deal.
That's what I thought.
If you are hosting Thanksgiving and you're looking to save some money, because I think everybody is. We always say support local if you can, but we know everybody. When you support local and some of this fresh stuff, it tends to be a little bit more pricier. But if you need to save some money, or if
you need to do a test run.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's not a bad one to learn
right.
on, right? Like,
yeah,
spend $15-20 to get a turkey and
there you go.
Play around.
Hey, or I know a lot of the folks listening like to cook for other people. Like volunteering or donating. Hey, there's a way to do it. Not break the bank so much. We know it's not about the money, but at the same time, like, you could probably feed a lot more people if you're saving some money. So there's some ideas for you. I saw that. I was like, oh man, I gotta check that out. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's a heck of a deal. Might have to stop over there.
Yeah, man.
But maybe we should try. Like, hey, should we smoke a Thanksgiving meal from Aldi together? Videotape it. This is your $47 you're not cooking.
Start to finish.
Yeah.
Here you go. On a budget.
But yeah, I mean, so obviously you add a little bit more cost when you're doing charcoal and wood and all that kind of stuff. But
I mean, then, like, maybe
if you're saving some money on the food, maybe you have a little
like
bit
$10 a bag.
Right? Yeah.
It's not that bad, I don't think.
No, heck, smoking all that stuff together. I mean, that's less than like half a bag of charcoal.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna have to have some solid grill space.
Yeah, that's true.
Or just get your buddies. Tell them,
there you go. Hey, bring your grill.
Hey,
we're cooking together.
Yeah, right. Man, I talked to when I was out at the event on Saturday. I talked to this guy, man, and he was telling me, I love this. I was like, man, I can't wait to talk to Greg about this.
Oh yeah,
I was pumped. He was telling me, he's like, dude, he's like, I try and use. He goes, I've got, what did he say? I've got like five grills, including a Blackstone.
Yeah.
He's like, but man, I try and get out and cook on one of them every single day.
Ooh.
I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Like, talk to me, man.
Yeah.
What are you doing Thanksgiving? He's like, oh yeah, man. He goes, yeah, I showed him pop smoking. Was like, hey, this is what I used on my turkey last year and stuff. I was like, I love it. I put it in the brine. And he's like, you want to know what I do with my turkey? And I was like, yeah. He goes, I wrap the outside in bacon.
Ooh.
He goes, never dries
out. Imagine that, huh? Never dries out. Yeah.
Oh, I was dying. I was like, oh man. He's like, it's the best. He was like, my son-in-laws are all pretty cool. They're not too bad. So we'll be out there around the grill and looking at it. And as the turkey's getting closer to being done, we just kind of sit there and we're picking the bacon.
Yeah.
Off
There you go.
So
yeah.
Again, man, camaraderie.
Yeah.
With your family, spending time and stuff around the grill. I think,
yeah.
Covered in bacon.
Oh,
man. Wraps this turkey in bacon.
Yeah. She's probably got the butter under the skin too, Got a nice salt brine. Ooh, salt, butter, bacon. God.
Imagine making like gravy.
Oh yeah, those drippings. Yeah, straight up grease and butter. Yeah, it'd probably be delicious.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure,
man. So that's that's got me thinking, because now we talked about prep, we talked about appetizers, we talked about side dishes. If you haven't listened to those episodes, you can just go back a few episodes here and listen to kind of what we talked about there. But now we're getting into the meat, really the meat, the turkey, right?
Yeah, man.
So I want to throw this out there too.
Oh, here we go.
Man, I don't know why this pops up on my feed, but like looking for recipes, and all of a sudden a vegetarian one comes up. People do and if you do this, it's fine. But I'm like,
that's how you're gonna start it. It's not fine.
It's not.
Here we go.
I guess if you're a vegetarian, fine, you can make like
there's options.
A
man.
meat they were using like these meaty like mushrooms, and I know like mushrooms are kind of meaty, so you can like use them because they're heartier or whatever, like as a substitute for meat. But I'm like, man, get this off my feed. What is going on here?
I pay
yeah,
to have that stuff come
right
on there for you.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Like,
worth every penny.
It's gonna raise his blood pressure real good. Look, watch this.
Got him again.
But no, so I've been looking at recipes and kind of getting looking at ideas and stuff, and really kind of getting into the brine piece of it.
Oh, man,
I like a good wet brine, so I'm brining my turkey usually
for what, like 24 hours at least.
Yeah, 18 to 24 hours.
Man, so I was reading about this, right? Like,
okay, good. Like we're on the same wavelength here because I'm reading what's going on.
So like what I saw too is like for the minimum, like if you're in a rush, you got to literally the bare minimum they say is about like 6 to 8 hours. Like you can run it 6 to 8 hours,
right?
And obviously it'll do its job,
right?
But the longer, the better,
right?
So I'm with you. I like to go 18, 24. I like to push it out.
Wet brine. So I've been seeing here's like kind of the interesting pieces I've been seeing. One is like I've been seeing a lot of people doing the dry brine, and we talked about it before with like steaks and stuff. But a lot of people have been doing it with their birds, so like dry brine them. So the same, it doesn't
just cover it like in salt.
Cover it in whatever like herbs and seasonings. But yeah, obviously it's salt based.
Yeah.
And they do that, but it doesn't take as long. So usually they say like 12 hours or something like that for a bigger bird.
Right. I've seen it where they just like coat it in salt, but then you kind of like
you brush it off,
and scrape it off. Yeah, and then
you this one I saw. Then they basted it with butter before they put it on.
Delicious. Yeah.
But then like the wet brine ones, like I've seen it where they do it. They do the wet brine for 18 to 24 hours or whatever, up to 36, I think they said. And then like they dry it off and let it sit for an hour before they smoke it or grill it. But then they put butter on it again. But this one, it wasn't melted butter. This was like kind of globs of like kind of maybe room temperature butter or colder butter. And we talked about it where we put it underneath the skin.
Yeah.
This was like on top of it. So it kind of base as it melts down. But then also as, we'll talk about the brines because I think you and I are kind of both on the same page. Like we're going to probably brine our birds. But there's another camp out there that doesn't believe really in brining. For two things I saw was one that it's unnecessary, they say, because like you're really taking away the flavor of the bird.
Interesting. Okay.
Because like when you're wet brining it, like in theory, like the bird is taking on all that moisture, right? So when you smoke it, it stays moist. But you're losing a lot of like the actual true flavor of the bird because you're essentially, filling it with just water and then herbs and seasonings and stuff like that.
So do those people inject it too?
They don't. Okay. No. So they're
just
more traditionalist, like kind of, and I can see this, that they just like season it beforehand.
Sure, whatever, man. And I'll be honest, dude, like up until, I think last year was the first year I did a wet brine.
Okay.
Before that, I would never do a wet brine. And like usually, man, I would flip in like season it the morning of.
Yeah.
Like
and I think this is kind of more where they're coming from.
Sure.
Like, especially like they say, well, you're just losing tap water when you're smoking it or grilling it because all that moisture just comes out of there and it's all just water, right? So if you're using it for like gravy or whatever, you're really just using tap water for your gravy drippings or whatever.
Delicious.
That's what that's what the argument was. I was like, I could see that. I guess it makes sense.
I mean, it's smoked turkey flavored water now.
There you go. So, delicious.
Yeah.
But with the brining, with the process there, you're trying to infuse additional flavor into the bird and things like that. So I might try a dry brine this year. I might kind of go just using some seasonings, some salt, or some rubs that we have, and see how it works.
Yeah, man. I did like a beer brine last year. And I loved it.
Nice.
Loved it. It was super simple.
You gotta give that to me so we can put that on.
Yeah,
we do have a brine on there, but send that one to me. Yeah. So if you go out to our website, burnpitbbq.com, type in the search bar, brine turkey. We got some recipes for how to smoke and grill turkeys. How we brine them, so you can see that. But send me that one so we can put that out there for them. But I posted that question out to some of people in our audience as well, and one of my buddies said he uses sweet tea as his brine. and he got that tip from a guy that smoked chickens and turkeys for like competitions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, he's never missed. Like, you just take a couple gallons of sweet tea, and you dump your bird in there and do your regular timing, 18, 24 hours. And he's said that's all he does.
I guess. I mean,
so it's a nice juicy bird.
Yeah.
I guess you get that sweet tea flavor. And then if you're smoking it or whatever, whatever flavors you get from that too. And
see, man, like, that's the thing. Like, I think that's awesome about this, right? Like, I would never think of that.
That was the first time I heard somebody use sweet tea.
But I could see that.
Yeah,
I can see it. Like, yeah, sounds delicious.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Yeah, man.
I just thought that was interesting.
I like that.
Yeah,
I would try that out. Depends on the price of the sweet tea, I guess.
Yeah, I'd probably
you'd have to get quite a bit.
Yeah, you'd probably get big gallon ones, a couple jugs of gallons or whatever.
Make it yourself.
You could just stir it. Yeah, get the powdered stuff and then just stir it in there, and then just stuff your bird in there.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, why not?
Yeah.
So I think so. We're talking wet brines. What are some essentials that you're gonna need for it? You're gonna need like a big brining bag or roasting bag, I guess you could say. Where you're gonna stuff the bird in there, you can put the brine in there and all that kind of stuff. So you don't necessarily need it if you got like a clean cooler or whatever you're gonna be using the brine, but it's nice to have. Keep things compact.
Contains the mess a little bit.
Yeah,
I'd say. And like it. I mean, again, like you said too, it depends like how. If you have something to put it in like the 5-gallon bucket or something, right? Like that makes it easy. Biggest thing too is you gotta flip the bird about halfway through.
So
unless it's like you do
fully
a
submerged.
brine. Yeah, unless you do a brine that's covers the whole thing. So just kind of little things to think about.
Yeah.
But definitely, having like a bucket or whatever space in the fridge. I mean, things to kind of think about.
Mm-hmm.
Another tip too, man. Like, if you're doing your brine, like you kind of start off heating it all up, right? Like getting it together. Like you want to make sure that cools down
a little bit before you pour it in the bag. Yeah.
And on the turkey.
You don't want to start cooking
it early.
Yeah. So grill tip from Ben. Yeah. When you're cooking it up your brine, you usually heat it up. You want to make sure it cools down before you put it on the bird there. And then that's a good tip too, is that you got to make sure the temperature of the bird while you're brining it stays at, they say the ambient temperature should be around 40 degrees. You've got space in the fridge, great. Most people don't have space in the fridge, so you gotta get a good cooler, and then you gotta have enough ice, and make sure you're checking the ice throughout to make sure. Like I said, like when I use my 5-gallon Gatorade jug, I'll go in the next morning and I still got ice in there. Nice, yeah. So find a good insulated cooler where obviously check on it, but where you might not need to check on it because it's going to keep cool. But what else? What other tips would you have for people that maybe are doing brining the first time?
Man, it can be as simple as you want it to be. Literally just like salt and water.
Just salt and water.
You can keep it as simple. And then, it depends on the flavor profile you want, really.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, I put a little bit, like, the seasoning that I'm going to use on the bird in with my brine.
Yeah.
So it already kind of starts to pick up a little bit of that flavor and stuff. But, I've seen people do, throw, oranges and, limes and go more of, a citrus flavor.
Oh, yeah, I've seen a lot of that.
For their brine, they'll put those in there and stuff.
I guess, the oranges is really kind of more traditional. I'd imagine, you see sprigs of thyme in there. You get some, bay leaves, some, black peppercorns in there. That's kind of the traditional what I think, and maybe some slices of oranges and some onions in there or whatever. But
sounds like a fun little fruit punch.
It does, yeah.
For a party.
Yeah, I guess. Good way to look at it.
Thank you.
But otherwise, like you said, you could. We've seen people do Cajun birds, where you're putting those flavors in your brine. You could pair with whatever wood you're using. Like if you like kind of more of if you're using a cherry wood or an apple wood, you could use some of that stuff in a cherry flavor or, some apples in your brine to kind of carry that throughout the smoke.
Mm-hmm. What about, like I said, man, I mentioned beer. Do you see people using other kind of alcohol and like bourbon and stuff.
I think bourbon,
Whiskey,
brandy,
Mhm.
you know, are those that kind of come to mind. Like when you're heating it up. When we talked about, now you want to burn off some of that alcohol. I'd say you don't want a drunken bird. But yeah, like, kind of like what we talk about when we do like our maple whiskey, like when we're making our sauce, like you want the flavor of the whiskey, but you don't. And sometimes, or at least, I guess everybody's, has their own opinion, but
sure do.
You don't necessarily want the alcohol still in there. So you can burn it off a little bit when you're creating the brine as you're heating it up there. Put a little bit of that kind of stuff in there. Like you could do like a brandy old fashioned bird, right? Yeah,
you could use like a little bit like your mix for it too, if you have, if you do a mix or whatever.
Yeah. So when you're like thinking about injecting too. So now again, now you're infusing it with whatever, keep some of that brine available, or not the brine, but keep some of those flavors available. So when you're, injecting, if you're injecting your bird to, carry it throughout,
Yeah, man.
All right. So you get your flavors and, you could go look up a bunch. There's brines everywhere. I mean, you could buy, these homemade or these pre-made brine kits and stuff like that. We know that are
that's a good point too. Like,
it doesn't have to be complicated, like you said. You can buy these pre-made ones from just about anywhere. All right, so you get your brine together, you put it in there. It's you brine the bird for 18, 24 hours, however long you're doing it. I did read though that you could brine it and take it out and then like just have it in the fridge or keep it cool for up to 2 days before you smoke it. So there's that. It doesn't have to be the night before or the day before. You do have a few days of wiggle room there. But then what are you doing once you take it out of the brine? Drying it off, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let's assume you're cooking the bird the day of, maybe Thanksgiving. So maybe you're eating later in the day. So you get up early. You're gonna start smoking it early. So drying it off. Are you letting it sit then, or what are you doing next?
Yeah. Usually I'm just gonna kind of let it chill.
Yeah.
And just hang out. Let it dry, and then I'm starting to think, okay, am I going to inject? Am I injecting the bird? What do I want to inject it with? What, again, kind of what are my flavor profiles I'm looking for? If I'm going more like citrusy or sweet, or, like you said too, like using like the bourbon or like the old fashioned, like even just an old fashioned mix, or, if I'm doing like kind of a beer, how do I incorporate beer into like the injecting or anything like that? And then also, like a lot depends like how I'm going to cook it. Like, I think that's a big part too, like deciding how you're going to cook it. Are you going to spatchcock it? Yeah. Are you going to do like a beer can shaken style? Because I know our good friend Steve Reichland,
our best friend Steve Reichland,
he's got a recipe for a beer can turkey. So like I said, that's kind of, I guess, my next step right there is first deciding how I'm going to cook it. So I don't want to rub it down or inject it and do all this stuff, and then I'm like, oh shoot, I wanted to spatchcock this, or I was gonna, some people do like they'll have the turkey. Yeah. So you got your two separate halves. So I think that's kind of my next factor is deciding, all right, how am I going to cook this? And then,
Now, are you planning that before you brine and stuff like that? So that, like, is this all part of your planning process? Or
I think usually going into it having a good idea of what I want to do.
Yeah. Because I'll say right now, like, honestly, I'm thinking about spatchcocking the turkey that I'm going to do.
Why? Tell me why you.
I haven't done it before, spatchcock, and
it cooks it a lot faster.
Cooks quicker. More surface area, obviously, because with the bottom side then being open and exposed, you get that smoke and you can rub it in there too. Get the rub or whatever flavors you're doing. So I think I'm gonna go spatchcock this year, and just to test it out to see.
I've had one of my buddies. He spatchcocks. He spatchcocks his turkey like all the time, every year, and he's like, dude, I don't think I'll ever go back. Right. Like he goes, it's just so I don't know. It's like so much easier. It's so much faster. Like it's just better. I think. And I've never spatchcocked one, so that's kind of why. Like,
I haven't either. So
I like the traditional style.
I've obviously done chickens, but I haven't done turkey. But aside from it being a little bit bigger, I mean, same concept. Yeah. So I'll be spatchcocking it probably this year. That's where I'm starting my mind and my planning. So now I'm going to start kind of backtracking. Okay, what kind of flavors do I want to incorporate that? If I'm going to inject, I probably won't inject this year. But that, I guess I get next question, like when you're injecting, where are you injecting in?
So typically, I mean, you're injecting into like the breasts and like the legs,
the meatier portions.
Yeah, the thighs. You can do. I typically, for me, man, like I usually just go with the breasts.
Yeah.
Are
you doing it multiple places in the same breast? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, this year I probably won't. We talked about it before, but like I like to put butter underneath the skin, so I'll get some butter pads.
I think that's important too, right? Because like that's kind of how. That's why I said kind of decide how you're gonna cook it first, right? Because I don't want to do all this stuff and rub it down and like, oh shoot, now I'm gonna spatchcock it, right? So it's a lot easier. Like to me, you spatchcock it, and then you kind of can separate that skin off a bit, and then start kind of get your seasoning down in there first, because you're not gonna spatchcock it before you do like your brine or anything like that.
No, you could, I guess, but you probably wouldn't. Just because I want to keep it compact.
I feel like it'd be like
it'd be hard to kind of move around, I think, but yeah, because when you got the whole turkey together, it's easier to move around and stuff, but. And then when you're brining, usually it's with wet brine. I mean, it's submerged anyways.
Get in the crevices. Don't worry.
Yeah. But yeah, so this year I'll spatchcock it, and then I'll probably do a dry brine, and then after about an hour before I'm ready to put it on a smoker, I'll start putting like start getting it ready. So I'll start getting like the butter underneath, the skin. I'll start seasoning it a little bit more. With the flavors that I want, probably our Memphis style, and then I think I'll roll with that. I'll probably smoke it with something light. I like the pecan. Maybe I'll roll with some apple. Yeah, something like that. But we'll see.
Yeah, man, you can't go wrong.
No, man, I got the apple tree out there. I've been drying out that wood, so maybe I'll splinter some of that stuff up and
because I got a whole branch in there.
A bunch in there, yeah. Right.
Let it ride.
I don't want it to be bitter. You never know. I think it's dry enough where I can get it in there, but I'll have to cut it up a little bit more just to see. That's kind of where that's where my mind's at. And then with the bird, what are we looking for? What kind of temperature?
At least 165.
165 at least.
Yeah. I'd say. What'd you say your range is, man? Probably I wouldn't go higher than like 180. I think.
I think. So I'll be honest, like I was looking at the book. Oh, I had it right here. Where was it? The Steven Reichland one, the beer can chicken one, and he goes higher temp, doesn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, he goes a little bit higher, like 175.
Yeah, that's why I said like kind of that's. I think you definitely can pull it at 165, but I would let it ride. I think that's kind of your sweet spot.
Yeah. So I'll probably kind of 165, 175. Then you pull it off. Now, are you basting throughout? So are you going in the base with like just butter, or are you adding anything else in there as well?
Oh well, so a lot of times like I have it like in a pan. So
in the pan. Yeah, and I think we have talked about like doing like an over the top where you got the pan underneath and the turkey on, so it gets kind of the
dripping down
and then you get the smoke kind of circles it, all the way around. Now you keep it inside the pan, or do you have?
Yeah, I usually keep it inside the pan.
Inside the pan.
I've done it too, where I've just kept it up though, and kind of done something similar to that, where I do have a pan underneath for like catching the drippings. Yeah, a lot depends like how much room I have, how big this turkey is and stuff, and what grill I'm cooking it on. I guess
that's a good point.
But
that could also depend on like how you're cooking it,
right? I mean, I can't spatchcock a turkey on my Weber. Yeah, like the 22-inch Weber.
But like you talked about, like just having it, like having half and half, and cutting it down a little bit more. You can even cut it down even further in the quarters, so you have a little bit more space and be able to maneuver a little bit more. So again, you can don't just think like you need to keep it all together. Yeah, you can cut it up and you can dice it up so you can fit on your smoker. We've seen a lot of people do that, so there's a lot of different options.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the best ones I ever made was on my 22-inch Weber.
Yeah,
and it was a tight fit, Greg.
Tight fit.
Let me tell you, it was tight, but it worked, man.
It's good.
I loved it. Oh man. I think.
What are you thinking?
Kind of like for your time frame, like when are you starting?
Again, if I'm spatchcocking, it's not going to take as long.
Right.
So I got a little bit more playtime of like, I don't have to be so on schedule, but again, it depends on what I'm eating too. So I'll probably keep it really low and slow. And,
is for you, man, is it like, hey, we're eating at this time?
Again, it depends. Like this year, no, because we kind of was like, this will be around the time we're going to be eating, serving the turkey and stuff. In the past, it's been kind of more like this is the time, we're going to have dinner at. So this year is going to be a little bit more loose, which is great. So be kind of like, it's going to be kind of like an open house style at our house this year. So we'll have food all day. I'll kind of give like a general direction of when the turkey will be done beforehand, so people can come and go as they please. But if they come afterwards, obviously there's probably going to still be turkey available, so they can heat it up or whatever. But yeah, so it'll be kind of I'll have a general sense of when we want to eat, but it'll probably be a little bit earlier than maybe traditionally we've done it in the past.
Okay. So I lost my train of thought. We're talking about basting.
We were talking about basting.
So yeah. So yes, I do baste it.
Baste it throughout with butter, adding some additional
it depends, man.
Spices and flavors and stuff.
More so too, like, I mean, turkey, it's a big bird, right?
Yeah.
So
if you got a big one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, if you're hosting, like, how many people are you hosting for?
It'll be anywhere between 10 to 15. Yeah.
Okay. So that's probably a good sized bird, right? And then you want to be careful too, like you're not rolling too hot, because then it's like the outside gets all crispy and dark and starts to burn,
right?
And then your inside's not even close to being done,
right? So you got,
it isn't like a hot and fast,
right? It's a temperature control. You got to go low and slow. You can obviously crank it up at the end if you need to. But.
Yeah, I think too, like on average, what do they say? It's like for like a 15-pound bird, if you're rolling about like between 250 to 300. It'd probably take you about 2 to 3 hours.
Let's see here. Let's see if we can look up kind of average time for turkey. Because usually, like, they give you like a temp for the like poundage, right?
Yeah. Again, I think it depends like who you're cooking for, and if you need that time to get outside and step away.
Right. So it says, okay, so here, this is just the first one that pops up. So a general rule of thumb is allow 30 to 40 minutes per pound, and that's at a temperature of 225 to 250. So yeah, so if you're doing what was the pound of bird? 15 pound bird. So you're looking at maybe, what is that, 8 hours?
I don't think it would take that long. I've never cooked 8 hours.
Okay. Well, that's what it says here.
Okay.
All right. So
I mean, but you absolutely can though. I think like.
So, but then like here, Traeger 101. So it says smoking the turkey. Why is somebody calling me? Get out of here. All right. Okay. Smoked so they got like for a 16-pound bird. Here it goes. Brined for 24 hours. Flavor with mild woods like maple, oak, hickory. Smoked at an internal temp of 160. If you let it rest, then it'll creep up to 165. So it says the time takes to vary depending on the size of your turkey, but it will be at least 3 to 4 hours. So
I think that's fair.
So again, but here it says 30 to 40 minutes per pound. So a 12-pound turkey will take approximately 6 to 8 hours. So yeah, so like a 16-pound turkey will take probably 8 to 12.
So here's on Weber. They have place. They have your grill at 350.
Ooh, a little bit hotter.
Yeah.
But again, like it's going to be dependent. Like how much time do you want to spend out there too? Like you can crank it up to 350. It's going to cut down your time dramatically. Cut it in half almost probably.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. So again, this is one of the things like if you've never done it before, go off some guidelines. Based off of what you're trying to accomplish, the size of your bird. But you still got to pay attention to it because, we don't want to set it and forget it. And then you come back and your bird's like a big shriveled up raisin, burnt to the crisp, or the skin is just black,
If it starts to burn too, just grab some tin foil.
Grab some tin foil, put it over there. Like if the internal's not done, but the skin is looking like it's golden brown, you don't want to chance it too much more. Put some tin foil over it, protect the skin, but let the insides continue to cook. And then you're taking it off. You get up to your temperature, 160, 165. You let it rest for a little bit. How long are you letting it rest?
How long am I going to let it rest?
Now, it's not like a brisket where you're letting it rest for,
no, for hours.
Yeah.
No, I probably would, I don't know, like a half hour.
Yeah, I mean.
But, like, it kind of depends. Like, typically when I pull it, I'm going to be kind of working on, like, some of the other stuff, too.
Right.
So that's kind of, like, your time to kind of find, like, if you're doing, you're going to do the stuffing, right? Mm-hmm. Stuffing doesn't take that long, especially if you already have it, like, in the pan ready to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of your time to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
If you're going to smoke that, like, perfect.
Yeah.
You pull the bird, you're letting your bird rest. You can get, your other stuff on the smokers.
Right.
And the grills, whatever.
Heat it up.
Yep. And give it that kiss of smoke.
Everything is like the kind of rule of thumb is 20 to 30 minutes. Let it rest a little bit, and then get ready to carve it up and serve it.
Man.
Now, do you leave it like on the bird and carve it like, family vacation style, where, they're all sitting around the table and carving it together?
He cuts it.
Yeah. or are you carving it and you put it on the platter? What do you do?
I'm carving it and putting it on a platter.
Okay, yeah. It's the kind of same way.
Yeah.
Get some nice cuts up. And
everybody, I don't want to cut it in front of everybody else. That's going to be the time I cut a finger off and
no, this guy know what he's doing.
Yeah. No. No, I carve it and put it on a platter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Same here.
Yeah.
Then serve it, or
if people want to come and see it, like.
And then you're saving the carcass, right? You're doing some turkey stock or some turkey soup or something like that.
Absolutely.
Let that render down a little bit. Put it in a pot with some water.
Ooh. Yeah.
Make some leftover turkey soup.
Yeah.
We'll talk about leftovers next episode probably.
We're doing that or desserts?
Oh yeah, desserts. Yeah, we can talk about smoked and grilled desserts coming up on the next one. But so anything else like you can think about, when you think about grilling or smoking a turkey, what are we missing here? What are some other things to keep in mind?
Let's see. Things to keep in mind, man. Obviously making sure you got enough fuel.
Fuel is a big piece.
Fuel is a big one. The proper like utensils and equipment, right? I mean, if you're basting or if you're gonna spritz it, whatever, like having the necessities close by and making sure everything's clean and ready to go. Let's see what else, man. I would say a way to keep track of the temp.
Yeah, that's always good. Like I go with my old trusty just manual one.
Pen.
Pen.
Pen size
you
one.
Stick it right into the breast there.
You usually just doing like one?
It depends the size of the bird.
Okay.
If I got a big bird, I might do one on each side.
Yeah.
But typically I'll just do one.
Yeah.
And I honestly, man, the best cooks I've ever had were using that temp gauge.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's been the most accurate, so to speak. So I've got the wireless ones, I got the Bluetooth ones. I just found like using the manual one, like it keeps you engaged too. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
Because you're going out, you gotta check on it. You gotta check the temp. You don't just have some app on your phone.
That just gets you out, doesn't it?
You
do that on purpose.
Yeah, sure. Gotta go check the bird.
Sure.
Yeah. Call me old school.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's never done me wrong. You know what I mean? Like
it's always a first.
I guess nothing like a family holiday for your
Yeah.
first.
There you go. Greg did it again. Did it again.
All right. So let's see. See if there's anything.
I'd say one thing that can definitely save you is like that aluminum foil. Make sure you have enough like pans. Is like if you're doing like your mashed potatoes or the stuffing or anything you're gonna throw out onto the grill, like the mac and cheese and stuff. Making sure you have pans that you can put it all in, and hot pads, probably a good pair of gloves.
Good pair of gloves, some good utensils, digital gauge or gauge, meat thermometer, enough fuel. enough time, plan ahead, enough space. Make sure you have maybe an extra table around the smoker that you could throw out there just to have, so you have a little bit more space, because the turkey, you might need to set it down.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair point.
Drip pans, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and those are the basic things. Now, this is a time where we see a lot of people try to fry their turkeys. You know what I mean? Have you ever done that?
No, man. I don't have one of those.
Deep fryers?
I don't have one.
It's just never appealed to me. I don't know. I know you do it, like you get nice crispy skin and stuff like that, but I just give you a nice crispy skin, like just oven roasted or smoked or whatever. Like, I don't need to dip it in a boiling pot of oil. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love it. I don't know, man. I don't think I've ever seen. I've never been around. I guess like my dad's never done it.
Right.
It was never.
It was never an option, right? It was like I never saw it done other than like now you see all the videos.
Yeah,
of
now I
people,
see it. I love it. I think it's hilarious.
Where everybody's, I like the trolling ones where people set it up inside.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Or getting ready to dip my turkey and they just got a bunch of cardboard underneath on their kitchen floor. They're just messing around with people. But you always get those people that take it seriously.
Oh
like,
my God.
What are you doing? Don't do it. You gotta do it outside, you idiot. I might do that this year. See what happens.
Sure. Smart.
Yeah.
Set the grill up inside.
Set it up inside.
Yep.
So it was raining outside, so I brought the smoker in.
Yep. The weather's not going to stop me from getting this bird done.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is great. But no, I've never done it. I know people swear by it, but if you're going to do it, be safe, be smart.
I'd say too, the one thing I don't know if we've talked about this too, but making sure I don't care if you're using a pellet grill or whatever, making sure your equipment's ready to go. They've cleaned it out properly.
Yeah.
Everything's working.
Yeah.
It's worst case scenario, right? What's gonna happen? You run out of fuel. You gotta, your gas tank's empty. You thought you had a spare, you don't.
Right.
And just bring it and throw it in the oven.
You're right. Yep.
Finish it off in there.
Yeah, because you can't guarantee places are gonna be open to go, on the day of.
Buy something.
A lot of places, stay, open, but we've seen a trend lately of people closing down, businesses closing down on Thanksgiving.
Good for them. They should.
They should. So make sure you plan ahead, not the day before, because that's gonna be crazy. You don't want to be out there with all those people. I know I don't.
Well, then too, like we've talked about in the past, usually that's when you need 3 cans of something.
Yeah,
there's one
there's
left.
nothing left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're lucky.
Right.
So again, start planning now.
All right, man.
You're gonna be that guy the day before.
Don't worry about me, okay? Don't worry about me.
I don't. I just laugh.
You just laugh at the stories I tell you
I know.
afterwards. Let me tell you about it.
You never even believe this.
How's that the story?
Tell me. I believe it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, that's all I got here for prepping the turkey, smoking the turkey, man. If you guys are getting out there and doing that, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Go out there to our website. Go out to our social media pages. Share it with us.
But send us pictures of your birds, man. I'm excited.
Go out to our Facebook group, Around the Pit, Burn Pit BBQ. Join our group there and share with us what you're doing. Ask us questions if you got questions, and we got a great community of grillers and smokers out there too. So if you ask those questions, there'll be a lot of other people that will be able to help you out too. So, but yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to get out there.
Yeah.
Getting hungry.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Well, we got to pick a winner. We're giving away. What are we giving away this month, then?
Man, this month we're giving away our maple whiskey barbecue sauce.
We're picking a winner from our subscriber list over at burnpitbbq.com. Head over there and sign up. Make sure you're signed up. Stay subscribed to our newsletter, and you'll always be entered in to win these weekly giveaways. So we're giving away one of our maple whiskey bottles, and I used it, Ben, this weekend on some burgers. I put it inside the meat, so
inside the meat.
So I got some ground beef, and I mixed in some about a quarter cup of our sauce, and some seasoning, and then I smoked them, and then put them over the flames right away.
How was it?
Delicious.
Yeah.
Maple whiskey good, smoke good,
Mm-hmm.
burgers good.
Did you do cheeseburgers?
No cheese, man. No cheese. let's go over here to our subscriber list. And thank you to all of you that continue to subscribe and share and help us grow the business. Because without you all, we wouldn't be here. So thank you all for that. All right, let's see here.
What do we got, Greg? About 2 weeks until Thanksgiving?
Oh man, yeah. We were just looking at that the other day.
Yeah.
A little over 2 weeks, I think.
Well, like you said, start getting ready now. So
start getting ready now.
Yeah, the maple whiskey, man. It's put on your turkey. Why not?
Right. All right, so this one's Jason. I don't have any other. Let's see if I can get like his email here. Email details. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Got his email address here too. Cummins585.
Pass it out to everybody.
I didn't give you the last piece.
There we go.
Yeah. So, Jason, congrats, man. Appreciate you being subscribed to our newsletter, following us. We'll have to reach out because I don't have an address for you. But again, if you want to be included in these, please continue to go out and subscribe to our newsletter. Share with your friends. Share the podcast. We continue to grow and build the audience. So we appreciate that. And that's all I got, Ben.
All right, man. Sounds good. Happy Veterans Day, everybody.
Happy Veterans Day. Get out. Hopefully you took advantage of all the things that you deserve. Your wings, your Applebee's, your
coffee, haircuts,
oil changes. Hey, you earned it. That's what we fight for.
That's exactly what we signed up for.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, thank you to the vets that are out there listening. Appreciate you all. Thank you for your service to our country and continue to give back in your communities all year long. And thanks for continuing to support us here. All right, man.
Take it easy.
Cheers.